So the other day I put all 42 of the books that I've finished so far this year into a wheel, and I let it pick 5 random books that I then had to blind rank. The odds were not in my favor. I wound up having to put a book that I didn't really care for as number 2. So I want to redo it today, but I'm going to make it more difficult by doing 10 books this time. So here we are again with all 42 of the books in a wheel. We're going to spin it 10 times, and we're going to put the books in order as we go. Okay, Night Shift. I thought it was going to be Dracula for sure. This book is actually a collection of short stories, so it's not like it changed my life or anything, but there were some really entertaining stories in that book. I'm going to go with 7 on this one. Carmilla. Carmilla is going to go at number 6, because I do think it was better than Night Shift. The Long Walk. Funny story, I read this one twice this year. It was the first book I read this year, and then now I'm reading Stephen King in order, so I read it when I got there chronologically. 5. What I talk about when I talk about running, this is a memoir about a guy who runs. I ran my first race earlier this year, so I was into that. This is going at number 8. Annihilation. Oh, man. I don't want to put this at 9 or 10 because I feel like there are much worse things that I read, but this is not a number 4. It's going in number 4, though. Alright, Last Town. This was a really fun read. This was part of the Wayward Pines trilogy by Blake Crouch. One of the few sci-fi books that I read this year. I think I'm okay with putting this at number 3, considering the other options. Okay, I didn't do this on purpose, but now we have 1, 2, 9, and 10. Those are the only spots I have left. Dead Man's Walk. We love Larry McMurtry. This is part of the Lonesome Dove series. That is one of the best series I've ever read. So I'm hopeful that I'll still get something better than this, but let's go into number 2. We Used to Live Here. Easily number 9. Streets of Laredo, another one from the Larry McMurtry series. Gotta go at number 1 because it was a great book, but I think Dead Man's Walk is actually a little bit better, but we locked it in. Alright, so this one is a given. This is the number 10, the worst book that I read this year. Wrong. I will still put it at number 10, but this was a pretty good book. That was pretty fun. I think if I wanted to change anything, I would put Annihilation further down and Dracula higher up. Like, if I could flip those two, I think this would be a pretty decent list. Okay, I feel like the wheel was nicer to me this go around, so that's it.